within 2 weeks and grant an interim stay on the film. It's a big setback coming in for the Kerala Story 2 filmmakers. And an interim stay in this case on the film is being granted, and it is likely to be granted rather. In fact, the petitioner's representation and the decision of the matter within 2 weeks. And we will get in more details. It is coming in as a big setback because there were several petitions that were filed in front of the court challenging the... All right, Sarthak, my colleague, joins us live on the broadcast. Sarthak, it's coming in as a big setback for Kerala Story 2, with the court directing the CBFC to consider the petitioner's representation and decide the matter within 2 weeks, and also granting an interim stay on the film.
Yes, Priyanka, absolutely. However, the court has not directly banned the film permanently, but it's an interim stay, meaning that the film cannot be released or screened for now. The court has directed the Central Board of Film Certification, CBFC, to consider the petitioner's representation and complaint and his objection in this matter. CBFC will have to now examine the objections that have been raised by the complainant, and which talks about alleged defamation to the Kerala state, because the Kerala Story, the entire title, the issue around the title of the film is that it defames the state of Kerala, and some things that have been mentioned in the teaser and the trailer of the film that happens to be derogatory and defamatory towards the state of Kerala. It hurts religious sentiments. There is a misrepresentation of facts in this movie. This is threat to the public order. There is this also violation of the certification rules, the certification that is granted by CBFC. At this point, CBFC has given a strict timeline of 2 weeks to take the action. This means the court is saying that CBFC has to apply its mind to this case, and as of now, the Supreme Court has put a stay on the release of the film, so the film cannot be released in theaters for now. One point that Supreme Court was mentioning on the last date of hearing as well. The Kerala High Court was mentioning on the last date of hearing as well, is that we cannot get to a plausible conclusion till the time we do not really watch the movie. So they were insisting of screening the film in the open court, right, because the complaint has been filed against the teaser and the trailer, and the kind of content that has been shown in the teaser and the trailer. The defense says that the content on the film differs from the teaser and the trailer, and it's a bit presumptuous on their end to make any kind of complaints just by watching teaser and trailer. But for now, 2 weeks stay has been put on the movie. That is something that we have learned so far about this entire issue. Back to the studio.
Sarthak, appreciate you giving us the details, but let me also go across to my colleague Sankar, joining us from Thiruvananthapuram. Sankar, it is a big setback coming in for the Kerala Story 2, and with the fact that for 2 weeks there is going to be an interim stay on the film, and there are other notifications also issued at this point in time. What is the lookout of the petitioners now, and what are the other developments coming in?
The petition, the plea filed by Sridev Nambudiri, a Kannur resident, seeking to ban the release of the movie, was considered by the court for the last couple of days, and today the final, not the final verdict, but today the court, the High Court, issued a temporary stay on the release of the movie for 15 days, and in the meantime, the CBFC has to screen the movie again with the participation of the people who filed the plea, with the representation of the people, Sridev Nambudiri and others who filed the plea, and after 15 days, the court will convene again to hear the matter, and and the concerns of the petitioners will be heard again to take a final decision whether to cut some parts of the movie or to permanently cancel the release of the movie. That decision will be taken after 15 days when after 15 days and in the 15 days time the CBFC has to arrange a screening venue for the to have through an advocate expressing all their concerns, and the court will again hear the matter in 15 days. The matter was supposed to be heard in the morning on Thursday, but as a defense, the producer of the movie filed a plea before the court stating that if the matter is considered the morning, they would get enough time to approach the upper court to have a stay on the order being passed by the High Court, but the court did not consider the matter in the morning and posted it for hearing afternoon. And at exactly at 2 o'clock, the court convened again and released a much-awaited verdict in which it stayed the movie for 15 days by giving some observations that even just by watching the teaser, the 2-minute teaser of the movie, a person or anybody can understand there are some contents that affects the contents that affect the religious harmony of the state and the concerns of the concerns of the petitioner that the movie has full of misinformation and lies cannot be discarded, and it has to be addressed because it's a matter that affects the religious harmony of the state. So the 15 days time was given for the screening the movie by CBFC and the union government, and the court also criticized serious lapse in the side of CBFC in granting permission for the release of such a movie, because the court said there are contents that affects the religious harmony of the state and it should not have been given release permission without screening the movie properly. So the concerns of the petitioner was accepted by the court, and in the 15 days there will be a screening of this movie will take place, and the time and venue of the play, the time and venue will be announced, will have to be informed to the court by the petitioner in the coming days. And for doing all these things, for informing the court about the venue, the time and the screening done, and the concerns of both the petitioners and even the defense and the producer side will have to be submitted before the court in 15 days, and the court will convene again after at a time after 15 days to give a final order whether to allow the release of the movie or to cut some parts of it and take some other decision.
That's right. Stay on with us. Let me also go back to Sarthak. Sarthak, the court says that the movie could affect religious harmony in Kerala, and for the fact that there is going to be an interim stay for 2 weeks now, a movie which was supposed to be released on Friday. What lies ahead?
Right now the court is not deciding the merits of the controversy right now. The interim stay ensures that the film is not released before CBFC reconsiders the matter. The issue does not become irreversible. Once released, the issue will become irreversible if after 2 weeks, if CBFC rejects the objections, the stay may be vacated. However, if CBFC in some or the other way modifies or entirely withdraws the certification, then the producers might go ahead with challenging that withdrawal of certification with further legal follow-ups. And then there is a possibility that parties may again approach the court depending upon the outcome of the case. Back to the studio.
That's right. More and more updates coming in. Let me now go back to Sankar joining us from Kerala here. Sankar, help our viewers understand the entire controversy that went on behind this film and the efforts to not release these films, and also for the fact that, there are several religious sentiments that are being hurt.
Yes, sir. Some days back, the teaser of this movie was released and it was shared by millions across the world and even in Kerala. And there were the social media was flooded with comments in favor of this movie and also against the movie. And in the meantime, adding fuel to the controversy, as Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan has shared a Facebook post in a strongly worded statement. He criticized the release of the movie and even the producers for trying to destroy the religious harmony in the state. He said even the first part of the movie had a whole lot of lies and blatant misinformation. And this second part of the movie is also being planned to repeat the same thing against Kerala. He stated before his Facebook page that Kerala stands as a beacon of social harmony and other virtual qualities. And this movie is intended only to destroy its virtual qualities and its religious harmony. Soon and days later, a person from Kannur approached the High Court with a plea seeking to ban the release of this movie. And there were allegations that this particular person, the petitioner, was making deliberate delays in approaching the court. As it would, had he been approached earlier, then the producers of the movie would get enough time if the verdict is against them, so that they can go to the upper court and get some orders in favor of them. But with a deliberate intention to avoid giving time to the producers of the movie, the petitioner approached the High Court in a very late moment, just 3 or 4 days ahead of the release of this movie, and this provided no opportunity for the producers of the movie to challenge the verdict which is being passed by the High Court in Kerala. This movie, some section of the society was against the release of the movie, and some the SFI, the left student being even conducted a beef festival across Kerala, campaigning against the release of the movie, and some other organizations criticized holding such events such as beef festival, and they openly provided beef and parota to the public with an intention to openly challenge the release of this movie. But other Muslims organizations were against holding such events, and but in fact a section of the society, 50% of the 50 or 60% of the society was against the release of the movie, even without seeing what was inside, just by seeing the teaser of 2-minute teaser. In the 2-minute teaser, there were some mention of beef and religious conversion and radicalization. But a section of the society believed that such mispractices are not there in the society, because but the Republic TV held an investigation some weeks back and found such practices, such radicalized practices, and even the conversions exist in Kerala. And we could even speak to some local CPM leaders in Kasaragod, and he even admitted such religious practices, such radicalized activities that take place in Kerala. And the movie was fully exposing such practices that exist in Kerala. But the producers of the movie stated before the court that he was not exposing the issues that is being exposing the issues which is relevant not only in Kerala but also in other states like Rajasthan, UP and all.
Right. Thank you for joining us, Sarthak and Sankar, for all the details that we are tracking on this breaking updates. With that, we shift our focus now, viewers, to more news and updates coming in. Home Minister Amit